Greetings and salutations, my name is JW608 and today I am playing StarMade. And I am in a brand new core, and we are going to talk about some brand new, well not brand new, so the next features in our build mode. We talked about build tool, next up is build helpers. Let's skip build helpers for right now and let's go to docking. This is a helpful one and it's quick. So, you have a rail. You want something to be on the rail. Well, there are two ways to add something on the rail. You could, well, actually, there are three ways. You could, let's see, blast door. You could load in a blueprint, have it spawn docked, well, admin load. Yeah, admin load a blueprint, spawn docked blast door. There you go. And now it is spawned as a docked entity. With docked entities, if you look at them in middle click, you automatically jump into the docked entity. But there's another way, well, other than loading in the thing and actually parking it, which is basically what you have to do in survival. But another way is create docking. Now you can do this in survival. Point at a rail. It has to be at a rail, so you please place it on a rail surface. It has to be on the rail surface. So it's going to put down the dock. Now you need to put down where you want the core. And you can put it anywhere, basically, except for right here or inside of another block. We're going to put it right there. Now, spin the mouse wheel to choose the direction. So the arrow is going to be at the top of the ship, and it's going to point that way. I want it to go this way. And click to confirm. And it creates a dock. Handy. And you can hop in there. We'll talk more about dock chaining and docked entities and all that at another time. We're mostly just working through these help tools. I don't actually know what a reactor align does. I've never used it. So let's give it a reactor and see what happens. Okay, so that's visible. Okay, it adjusts the alignment of the reactor. I don't actually know what that does. If you know what this does, or the purpose of it, drop me a comment. Huh. Alright, so that was helpful. Then we have display, which does things like lighten mode. The build light is, again, is our flashlight. Structure info. That's this thing over here to the left. Reactor hull info. So now when I point at something... Oh no, it already does that. Display reactor convex hull. Oh. It's that little wireframe there. There. See the little wireframe in the reactor? I'm not sure the purpose of that. I've never really used it. Connection box. Don't know what connection box is. Wait a minute. Hold up. Do I have a... That I had a tooltip. Displays a box around connected blocks. Old style. Oh, okay. That's the connection. It shows connected entities. Let's create a connected entity. And not entity, a connected group. So a cannon and a couple of barrels. Let's connection box. There we go. So now it shows boxes around them instead of the highlighted, like it's at the old style. Display self, that means I can see myself. In build mode, I'm a drone. I don't want that because it has this weird circle here. Remove mode, we talked about that. That inverts your cursor so it's easier to see what you're taking away. Block info. Notice when I look at the block, there's stuff around my cursor, but now by block info and I look at the block, power, reactor power, front, 16, 16, 12, 100 out of 100 HP. There you go. Rail basic, warning, unknown side. Ship core, front. Yeah. And then this shows the center of mass, which is helpful if you want your ship balanced, and also you tend to rotate along your center of mass. So for ships you want to be particularly mobile and agile, maybe not mobile, agile, probably want to line up your core, at least a camera with center of mass. There you go, and drone names. That displays the names for drones. Okay. Then your hotbar, it does the, this here you can save layouts, let's see, layout, basic. So now I can change my hotbar here. Then I load the layout and it, oh, cancel. And it resets it. So I guess if I, no, if I change it up, and I guess it doesn't take out things that aren't there, but it puts things that were. All right. Now let's load layout, and it changes. Well, it didn't change everything back. That's weird. All right. I've never actually used this. And you do know you have several hotbars. Oh, hotbar. I bet it's talking about this one. Huh. Again, I've never used it, so... And helps and tips, we already talked about those. So that leaves us to our last thing in advanced build mode, at least on this side. The fill tool. No, not the fill tool. The build helper. Build helpers are helpful sometimes. So let's see. You have build helpers. You have line, circle, ellipsoid, and torus. So that's a line, a circle, circle-like object, and a cow. So let's set position. I want a position right here. Oh, see? And now, since it's a line, I'm going to tell it where I want my line to end. I want it to end here. So now I have these invisible blocks. And let's bring something up close to these invisible blocks. And notice I can build anywhere I want. This is just showing me where this straight line is. Now I can restrict to build helper. And now notice I'm clicking wildly like a madman, and I can't put anything down except for in these build helpers. Now you could do like this, and this is what I usually do when I use a build helper. I make a great big brush, nice fill in it all at once. So let's do a circle in now. Set point. Now circles work a little different. You need to set this here. Then it gives you all these. In a radius of, oh, not 900, but a radius of 21. X rotation of 90. Calculate. And that is now a radius of 21, X rotation of 90. Let's give it a Y rotation of 90. Recalculate. And a Z rotation of 90. There we go, that's the one I actually wanted. And let's see, now I have this nice big circle. Easier way to fill a circle is, oops, set your symmetry. And then use your big fill tool. Oops, undo. I didn't restrict it to building helper. All right, there we go. Restrict to build helper, and just bunker down, and there you go. You have a nice rough circle. Then clear to get rid of it. Yeah, I know this is not a great circle, but it is a starting point. So now you can come in and wedge it, keep your symmetry on, come in and wedge it and clean it up a bit, and you'll be good. Let's see, what else do we have in here? There's also the ellipsoid set position. We're going to do it here. We're going to give it a little calculate. And now it's, oh, hold on. There we go. Sometimes you get stuck, you just escape again. And it filled in a ellipsoidal thing. So let's get a new color and fill it in to see what it looks like. 9, we've restricted to build helper. Let's see. And doing this is a little finicky, but you'll get it. Or you won't. Whatever. There you go, and it made an egg. And you can adjust it, so now it's a great big one. It's not very hollow, or not very wide, and all that jazz. So we can clear it, and let's get the torus. Oh, good grief. This one's more complicated. Let's start him. Set position. No. Clear. Set position. There we go. And we just added some numbers in here. There we go. The torus, which is, I usually think of as a giant donut, which is basically the shape it is. That is like way too big to, oh, it's not too big, but that is awful big. We're going to take the rotation out. Tube radius, we're going to go, you generally want your tube radius under your torus radius. There we go, that's a better one. And it's a big space donut. I'm not going to go in and fill this in, because this would take forever. And it's not perfect, so you have some holes here. But the build helpers are just that, they're helpers. They give you a little bit of help. Oh, I can't look higher up. All right, where am I? There I am. So those are the tools in advanced build mode. I believe that's all of them. The ones I use most commonly are brush, symmetry, selection, and docking. Typically, these are the ones I have open. If you go back to my other videos, you'll see these are open and display because I come down and hit remove mode every so often. And then I pulled out docking when I need it. Fill tool I don't use as much. Build helpers I don't use a lot, but I use them when I need them. Typically when designing engines or thrust or something like that, this nice circle tool. Right. So that, I think that concludes everything on the right panel for build mode. Then we have the left panel, but we will talk about this stuff later. Oh, there's a quick building guide. Oh, look, reactors, stabilizers, and power streams. All this is totally obsolete. That's not. That's still good. I think that's good. Integrity, this is finally obsolete. So you have 3 of those that... okay. We'll talk about those later. Anywho, I have been JW608. This has been StarMade. Uh-oh, what'd I do? Cool. Never done that before. And I will dig you cats later.